Welcome to Australia Trains, and welcome back to the three-part series where I will go through what I believe could be a legitimate envision for the Victorian rail map in the year 2035. Last episode we looked at the west, and in this episode we will look at the north and actually a little bit of the southwest of the city. So this will be the northern lines, the Upfield and Craigieburn services, as well as the northeast lines in the Hurstbridge and Mernda lines. So let's get straight into it. So first up, we're going to look at the Clifton Hill group, so the Hurstbridge and Mernda services. That's the red lines on the map. I'm actually going to focus on the Hurstbridge service. So that's this one here, the Hurstbridge, the bottom of the two. And we're going to look at mainly at Eltham to Hurstbridge, where I'm proposing a track duplication. Right now, there's only a single track between Eltham and Hurstbridge, except for Diamond Creek Station, where there is actually two platforms, and thus two tracks. But other than that, just a single track. So unfortunately, we can only have trains going in one direction from Eltham to Hurstbridge, and is why there's actually a 40-minute frequency from Eltham to Hurstbridge, which is just too long. Every second service from Flinders Street terminates at Eltham Station, which a 40-minute frequency on any part of the metro network is just too long, and that's why I propose a duplication to allow for trains to travel both ways simultaneously, meaning all services can terminate at Hurstbridge even in the off-peak, meaning nearly a maximum wait time of 20 minutes in either direction on the whole of the Hurstbridge service. Of course, during peak hour, that could decrease, so the frequency will become more frequent, but at least, I think a maximum for the whole of the network by 2035 should be a maximum wait of 20 minutes, if not 15. So that's the first proposal there. The next proposal is the Mernda line extension to Whittlesea. That's the red line above, just over here, we're looking at now. The Mernda's service is quite an interesting one because most lines have actually been the same, haven't been extended for a substantial amount of time, whereas the Mernda service was once only the Epping service during the good old Connex days over there, basically where the line terminated. And then at some point became the South Morang line, which is probably its most famous name. And then recently in 2018 it was, I believe, the line was extended from South Morang to Mernda. And due to the growing population, I propose that it gets extended to Whittlesea and a Yan Yan station as well to be added. So two extra stations to the line. There's Funfields, quite a popular theme park along the way. And the area of Whittlesea is a local government area that is growing at quite a rapid pace population-wise. And is probably the last major city of people along the Mernda line before it becomes more country, more less dense populated area. So that's why an extension would no doubt benefit the city of Whittlesea. So my proposal, and the biggest one for the north suburbs, is a Metro Tunnel 2, which I will get to mine in a moment, but we're going to look at the two main proposals, or the largest proposal ideas, and so to kind of alter them a little. We've currently got a metro tunnel between Packham, Cranbourne and Sunbury being built for those services, which will connect the southeast with the northwest of Melbourne. And this will obviously connect the northeast with the southwest, and that is why I would like to call it a Metro X tunnel, as it's just the second one, but it would also create an X on the map over there in between the city loop, as I have drawn there. But we get to mine in a moment. First, we're going to look at the proposal by the Greens. There's a few problems with it. Firstly, the line from Werribee will be extended to Wyndham Vale, as we covered last video. That is not needed because we're going to add a service to go direct to Wyndham Vale on the metro network, and also if that is not done, we'll see right there the V lines will be diverted to go via Werribee to Little River and then on to Geelong, leaving Tarneit station left out if the line is even extended to Wyndham Vale. So an extension to Wyndham Vale is just not even ideal. It's not even practical, really, for the network. So that's the first problem I've got. We'll get into mine exact design in a moment. Also, I actually do like that it goes via Newport. That's the Newport Junction, so that's great. And then diverts there, unlike the current metro tunnel that unfortunately on both ends, the west end falls short before North Melbourne Junction at just after South Kensington Station, and on the east end forms just before South Yarra, which of course is a big junction. So that is a good design there. 2 Fisherman Bend Station is a great idea. However, we really only need 1. So I do propose, you'll see my idea where to put a second station before heading straight into the city. We're also going to not go via Southern Cross and Flagstaff, because that would mean that these lines will become the first lines to not go via Flinders Street. And even though the metro tunnel will go, well, not directly via Flinders Street, there will be a stop at Town Hall, which is about a 2-minute walk underground from Flinders Street. And Flinders Street, being the biggest station on the network, needs to obviously have all of the lines going past it. So unfortunately, if we do go by Southern Cross and Flagstaff, that will not be possible, which means we can't go Parkville and potentially Fitzroy North Station. That's not a bad idea. And then, of course, the line will meet at Clifton Hill, so the Hurstbridge service passengers can change there. So that's my evaluation of the first proposal, and we'll head to the second. So I've got the second proposal by the Get On Board. I don't even know what they are, but anyway, got some similarities. The extension to Wyndham Vale, which is actually a real life map, so we can see we're actually going all the way from Werribee, and then we're almost doing a U-turn to Wyndham Vale, so that's silly in itself, but we know why that won't work. It also does actually have the Altona loop there, so that's Seaholme, Altona and Westona stations there, but not on the map, which is interesting. So I'm not sure what they proposed to be happening there, but that's also something we need to consider, because we can't just desert those 3 stations. Of course, I like how it goes through Newport. We've got the Fisherman Bend station, so effectively pretty much your Port South Melbourne station, and then goes via north of the CBD, similar to the via Southern Cross, I believe. And this also believes Parkville is a nice station, but yeah, I will show you why I believe we need to go via Flinders Street, or effectively or the Town Hall station, and then on the way to Clifton Hill. So without further ado, let's go to my proposal. Proposal there, it's in brown. I've just chosen that color because it hasn't been used, but it really doesn't matter what it is. That's what it'll look like on the map, and here's a to scale version actually from Google Maps, so you can really visualize it in real life. So we start off, doesn't matter which way, but we'll start from the west. So starts there at Newport to allow Williamstown services to connect. The initial line would actually go up here to Footscray and then kind of there to Southern Cross. That's the kind of line it would take. So that's what Williamstown services will still do, but the services from Werribee will actually take this line here to Fisherman's Bend. That's, I guess, the first station. And then I've added 2 stations here, which say Southgate and St. Vincent Gardens. I believe Southgate is the better station to have, as St. Vincent Gardens is quite a lot of private property right around the station. I don't think many people there would want it, making it quite an unpopular destination for a station. And then we've got the Town Hall station, so that's pretty much the Flinders Street connection. So you can effectively access all of the other services from Town Hall station. And then maybe we can put a Fitzroy station, but again, I don't know how necessary it is. There's a lot of tram services and bus services around the city, let's remember. And then from Town Hall, if we want to put another station, we can. Otherwise, we go straight to Clifton Hill. And then, of course, from there, the rest is history to Mernda or potentially Whittlesea in the near future if the line is extended. Well, thanks for listening. That's my vision for what the north part of the network and part of the west we actually did touch on today will look like by the year 2035. Unfortunately, the actual northern lines, the Craigie Burnett Upfield, didn't really get anything, so I'm sorry about that. At the moment, doesn't seem as if that is a priority other than to just get more services there. So effectively, we did touch on pretty much the Mernda line straight to Werribee via Metro Tunnel 2, the Mernda line extension to Whittlesea, and the Hurstbridge track duplication from Eltham to Hurstbridge. Thank you for listening. This is part 2 of 3 for my 2035 Victorian Rail Map series. The next episode will look at the east and southeast of the network, the Burnley groups, the Caulfield group, and I would say the Sandringham, but nothing, unfortunately, will be on the Sandringham line. And of course, we will reveal what that suburb is for the new line that begins with R. Can you guess it? Thank you.